This discussion is now treading upon matters of internal security. This is not your concern.
Matter of internal security. The age-old cry of the oppressor.
Hello and good evening. Star Trek The Next Generation Season 3, Episode 11, The Hunted is over. And it has been since 1990, but here in 2025 on Live Long and Podcast, we're just getting started. Our mission to rewatch every episode of TNG continues. One engineered soldier, one ethical dilemma, and one Federation petition at a time. In this episode, Captain Picard and the crew meet with the leaders of Angosia III, a planet seeking Federation membership. But when they agree to help capture an escaped prisoner, they uncover the truth. Roga Danar, he isn't just a fugitive. He's a genetically conditioned super soldier, built for war and abandoned in peace. Now, here's the guy who watched Picard weigh diplomacy against conscience. Riker chased a soldier who could outwit the Enterprise, and Star Trek turned a membership petition into a moral trial. I'm your host, Dave Mader. And we got a great panel here to talk all about it tonight. Joining me here in the studio, if you can believe it, live, he's my old academy classmate, a community youth worker by day, and a breakdancer by legacy. Whether it's spinning on the linoleum or decoding Angosian politics, he brings the rhythm, insight, and heart into every conversation. He's not jaded, but he is a nice man. It's Marcelino Frostflow DaCosta.
What's up? What's up? How are you doing? Thanks for having me in the...
Yeah, sorry. It's a little different when you're here on my camera, but you know.
It's wild. It's wild. I feel very privileged to be here. It's an honor to be here, and peace to everybody. Hope you're doing well. We're going to have a good time.
Yes, welcome. Welcome, Marcel. Also joining us here tonight, coming in, he's our technologist and cynic in chief. If the Angosian science doesn't add up or the Federation ideals feel too polished, he's already raising an eyebrow. When the narrative looks neat, he's running the diagnostics. It's Jody Simpson.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
I'm well, Jody. Glad to have you. You're not even supposed to be here tonight, but you know.
I'm not even supposed to be here today. No.
But Adam Woodward
I filled in for Mr. Adam.
And we're glad to have you with us, Jody.
Does that mean I have to do fun facts?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have to also have technical issues in about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. I have a thing for that, actually.
Oh, okay.
I'll just I'll bring it in here. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Holy.
Perfect. Okay.
Nice.
And also coming to us from parts unknown, wherever she might be. She's here for the heart, not the technobabble. If Roga Danar's pain feels real and Picard's restraint feels earned, she's already unpacking the emotional fallout. And she's my wife, the love of my life. It's Jane Mader.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
Hello, Jane.
Hello,
What's
Jane.
up? What's up?
Yes, wherever you are, Jane. I'm not sure, but
I'm a universe far, far away.
From parts unknown.
You're on
You
Luna
don't know
5.
where she is.
I'm floating. In
She's
space.
everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Another dimension.
Right, another
On the other side.
dimension. Well, yes, as mentioned, we're here to break down The Hunted. This is the 59th episode overall of Star Trek The Next Generation that aired originally on January 8th, 1990, written by Robin Bernheim and directed by Cliff Ball. And yes, this is a live stream here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, so we'd love to hear your comments. We got Jethro Huggins saying hi. Hey, Jethro.
That's an awesome name, by the way.
What's up? What's up? Jethro. Rounds of Death Row.
Glad to have you with us and all of the live viewers. And let's talk about this episode, everyone. Let's go to
Why not?
Jody. What are your thoughts on The Hunted? Is this a good one?
It's a good episode. Is it, a standout top 10 episode? No. But I thought it was, but it's not. Rewatching it, I'm like, it's got some foibles, but overall, I think it's a good episode. I think the dialogue's pretty good. The only thing that kind of bothers me in this whole episode is Worf for the most part, which is not uncommon for me. But I do have a bit of a Worf hate, but it's just he seems like he's even more terrible as a security officer in this episode than he is in everything else. So
he figures out that like Dana's got that whole plan with the chemical suit or the pressure suit and
yeah.
He gets a nice mean right hook in at one point. That was great.
That's true. Yeah,
and he comes up after that. All that stuff slammed on him. He got that resilience. He doesn't give up.
Didn't break his back. That's a good thing.
Yeah, he survived the pylon there from the empty containers.
Oh, man.
And,
exactly. And everybody in the chat, let us know. Let us know what you think of the episode. Is it a top 10 episode? Because I've heard a lot of people say it is, and I don't think it is.
It might be for the season. I like top 10 over all of Next Generation.
Good
feels
point.
like a lot, but maybe but we'll see how the ratings shake out and how it holds up over time.
Well, we're in the third season, though. We're not shy of good episodes of this season. So,
no, this season is strong, and this is a strong. At the very least, it's a very strong entry in this in Next Generation season. What's your take, Marcel?
Maybe like top 25.
Top
25 shows, probably. I actually really, I remember this show when I was younger, and I distinctly remember the guy reminding me of Cable from the X-Men.
Oh yeah, he does have a bit of it. Yeah.
He's a mercenary. He's something gone with psychology. He's just kind of like bulldozing through everything and everyone. No one can stop him. Very clever,
conditioned soldier,
cunning, as Worf would say.
Yeah, it's interesting casting because they needed somebody who would be believable as somebody who could be this tough super soldier, but is also kind of vulnerable and also has to come across as a man of peace on the inside.
Yeah.
And is not necessarily a villain, or a pure villain.
I don't think it because it doesn't really show until maybe after he's in the brig, because the whole time you think he has a different objective, and I think maybe they could have made the twist a little bit more obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But overall, I dig it overall.
Yeah, for me, it's really strong. At the time, I think it's meant to be definitely an allegory for the Vietnam War veterans who came home. In the 1970s.
Rambo, even.
Rambo, good. OG.
Oh yeah, Rambo,
OG Rambo.
things like that. Jane, let's get your thoughts on the episode before we jump into the plot breakdown.
I liked it more than I thought I had remembered liking it. I'm always a fan of the mystery in Star Trek. Those are my favorite types of episodes, but this is one of the morality ones, and I don't know. That's what I like about Star Trek. These types of episodes, these smaller episodes. It had some action in it, lots of action, which for the other people, but it's up there with mysteries and morality type. So yep.
Well, and I also like how it
top
divides.
25, I'd say. Not.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just said basically I like the fact that it creates a bit of a divide among the crew members. Like, do we trust this guy? Do we not trust this guy? Which I think was kind of nice. I would have liked to see a little bit more of that actually in the episode. A little bit
coming off the defector, it might have felt a little bit repetitive though, because
that's true.
The previous episode, the defector, that Romulan is do we believe this guy or not believe this guy?
Yeah,
and
that's true. Yeah, I never thought of that. That's
and in this episode, they don't it's first Troy and then it's Data, who then sort of befriend and form this understanding with him. And Picard, it's a good episode for Picard as well, because he's pointing out the moral failings in this.
Yeah.
I think that the other interesting thing for me was that democracy didn't necessarily, this just society didn't lead to a just outcome, because they're they came home and we had a referendum and we all voted them off into the penal colony.
We thought Zephyrin Cochrane was going to actually save the world, but it turns out he's kind of
missing They're missing the key components. You know what I'm saying? Just
He ended up changing his
miss
name
the spice.
to something else.
Yeah, James Cromwell, is the guest star or one of the guest stars in this episode. Would go on to play Zephyr Cochrane in Star Trek: First Contact.
Yeah.
I feel like he
Who's
also
the other
played.
guest star?
Well, the guy who plays Roga Danar.
Roga Danar, yeah.
He's not a regular.
Where else have we seen him?
Yeah.
He's got that familiar
The
face.
guy
I
who
feel like you've
plays
seen him.
Roga Danar, his name. Hold on, just let me.
He looks
Got
like a little
access.
bit like Rich Mader to me.
a little bit like Rich Mader. So Jeff
like the lead of a
McCarthy
band.
plays Roga Danar, and Jeff McCarthy.
Jeff McCarthy.
If you guys remember the pilot from Star Trek Voyager, there's
Mhm.
a doctor who gets killed, right?
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Voyager gets pulled into the Delta Quadrant,
Mhm.
and then of course Robert Picardo's EMH takes over.
Yes.
That's this guy.
That's him.
Oh, he was the original
Right.
doctor.
He's
Okay.
the doctor. He never
Really?
even gets a name in Voyager. He's just
The
like
cameo.
the doctor who hates Tom Paris because Tom Paris has
He's
this
a criminal.
criminal past,
Yeah.
has these shady dealings, and he betrayed his uniform and all these things, right? And then so I guess that would have been 5 years later. They would have made
Wow.
the pilot for Voyager, and that's when he's playing the doctor in that.
Someone called in a favor.
Yeah,
You know?
although he looks or feels so different in that role than he does in this.
Makings of a good actor.
He's
I
a
think
good actor.
I think he did a good job.
He was in
acting.
RoboCop 2. I didn't know
He's
that.
That's where he was like one of the henchmen, wasn't he?
I think he's a henchman. I was looking that up
Yeah,
today.
I think so.
was,
Yeah.
You just RoboCop 2 with the nuke, right?
he's saying that actor was
Yeah,
also
that was the second
he
one.
was also on an episode of Law and
Crazy.
Order or two. Yeah, definitely like
he's got that face.
a TV star, a TV guest actor primarily.
TV star face.
but like he's just human.
He
doctor.
played Holtz Gang.
Human doctor.
Yeah.
That's his name in
They didn't
RoboCop.
even give him a name.
He was in Matlock once. He was on The Equalizer
Matlock.
twice.
Wow.
Equalizer.
Equalizer.
I don't know. He didn't. It's not like he had this like very storied career, but he's really good in this episode.
Yeah.
And,
He's
kills it.
excellent.
I just
Yeah.
want to point out something that isn't really related, but in RoboCop 2, you know the girl that's in it? What was her name? Nancy Allen. She looks fantastic for her age right now, by the way. Just so
Wow.
you know.
You pull up an image.
Well, and if you remember, Jody, when we covered what was the episode? It's called The Bonding from a few
Yes.
earlier in this season. It's got the kid, and he's like the kid in RoboCop.
He's the kid in RoboCop
Oh,
2.
wow.
Yeah.
6
Yeah, so that
degrees.
ties
He's
Holy
that
back to
prick
RoboCop.
kid that everybody wanted to
Wow.
kill. Yeah.
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 A lawyer.
There you go.
Oh.
The RoboCop 2 stuff is just amazing.
Oh, he was a
Okay.
lawyer in RoboCop as well.
man.
There's
yo,
so
that's
much.
so
There's so many
nostalgic.
TNG links to RoboCop 2. It's uncanny.
I don't think I've seen that in like 35 years. be
RoboCop
honest.
2?
I haven't seen that in
It's
a
a
long
ride.
ass
It's a
time.
ride. I gotta
Maybe
tell
what? Well, how long? Maybe 32 years. When did it come out again?
you. Like 90, around 1990 or 91.
Oh yeah, so it is a long time. I saw it when it just came out, like on TV.
Which I can probably tell you right now.
Crazy, a long ass time ago.
People in chat always have good names. I
let's
need a
see.
good chat name.
Notice.
Yeah, that 1990. It was the same year as this
Wow,
episode.
look at that poster. My
Yeah.
goodness.
And it wasn't Peter Weller. It was like the other. Oh, it was Peter Weller. Oh,
Wait, Frank Miller wrote that?
yeah.
Get
Yeah.
out of town.
He's in the movie too.
Ooh,
He's like
What?
he's got a cameo.
Yeah, he's got a cameo. in it.
But we can't have a RoboCop 2
Oh.
podcast.
Anyway,
Smoke.
that's it. That's
Um,
another podcast.
That's okay.
James-
They get a little
Yes.
cameo.
Was it
Okay,
Star
that-
Trek stars in questionable movies? You have to resurrect that.
Yeah, maybe we
podcast.
do. The Star Trek actors in questionable movies. When we did Masters
That
of
sounds-
the Universe.
That sounds fantastic, actually. That sounds like a great series. I'd do
Yeah,
that.
I gotta get back to that. So anyway, let's get into this. Now, is there anything like big on this episode that anybody wants to chime in on before we get into the plot breakdown?
It's not big, but I just fucking. I'm so disappointed in the makeup artist. What's that shit on his face, man?
He's just got like the thing across the eye and
No.
these aliens.
That was
I
just
like it,
simply
but come on.
make
It
him
looked
an
like-
alien, but he needs to look as human as possible.
the
Okay, we'll
guy-
just give him.
Guy
We'll
was
just
in
give him
charge.
a decorated stripe on one side, and we'll
Well,
call
the
him-
Angosians basically look like humans, but they all wear onesies. They can't wear shirt and pants. It all has to be one
the
outfit.
onesie blazer.
Yeah.
So when I saw
girl
that
and
in the
I talking about
episode,
that.
the
It's
first
not
thing I
funny,
thought
man.
of was you, Dave. I'm like, he's not gonna like that.
No, I was like, first of all, this material is terrible, and you can almost see their dicks flopping around in these pants, in the high def.
So you were
but-
disappointed, then, is what you're saying.
You know what it looks like? To me, it reminded me of like Macross or something. like
No.
like animation, like anime,
Like a
but like
Gundam
live
Macross
action,
kind
like
of thing,
Gundam style. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like this. But what I'm saying is that it looked like the makeup artist was like busy, had to go to the washroom for like a break. Like, oh, somebody needs to fill in and do the thing like last second.
Yeah.
It's like just like I don't know, man.
You might
I
not
know.
be wrong. They had some pretty crazy schedules
Because
back then.
It like
14-hour
later on when we
days.
see the other soldiers, they don't have it.
Right.
He has it.
Oh, so it's a fashion choice.
Is he
Or
the
it's like-
leader? Maybe
Maybe Captain.
leader thing.
Captain got the stripe on the eye.
He's at least the one to escape. Now we're told that he kills 2 guards, right? And,
Yes, they don't show us, but
They don't show
they say
that,
he
but
does,
like
yeah.
that was the part of the ending I was still struggling with because
Hmm.
Picard's like, okay, bye, I'm leaving, and hopefully they're gonna work.
Picard's
this
like,
out.
I didn't know those guys. Oh well.
Now there was an injustice committed against Roga Danar and his fellow super soldiers, but
Absolutely.
does that justify the murder of those guards in the escape of the
Depends on
prison?
who you
Yeah,
ask. I
but he's
guess.
but he's conditioned, right? So it's kind of like they created those conditions for him to behave in that
Right, and he
manner.
normally wouldn't do it, but once he perceives a threat, he
Right.
will kill.
That's like Wolverine.
And he doesn't kill any of the Enterprise crew,
Right.
right?
No.
So
He's locked in. Wow.
Yeah.
incredible.
All right,
Dope
well,
character.
yeah, we're gonna jump into this. Everything we see in the episode, it's a fairly straightforward plot. We arrive here at Angosia III, a planet that is seeking Federation membership. We see the great matte painting.
Wonderful painting.
With they even add a little bit of animation.
Yeah,
to it
and
in the
then-
new version.
Mhm.
And the Blu-ray copy, it's really noticeable. It's painting.
Yeah. Well, it's here in this
But
great old building.
keep
The
in
Nick-
mind on a 320p, TV screen,
Everything
this is-
looks like
that looked great, right? Like, so
Yeah.
it was very serviceable.
When you really linger on this image, you really see it.
yeah,
But,
you really start seeing it. But
Didn't
for the
the
quick
Klingon
flash
get
that
an
they
award?
showed us, it was fine.
Didn't the Klingon one get an award? I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
there
Klingon
was
Home
one of the
That's cool.
backdrops. Yeah, they gave it an award.
If you know in the chat, drop it.
As we mentioned here, James
at that
Cromwell
suit.
playing the Prime Minister of Angosia, with a amazing
I didn't
mustache.
catch that for the first 2-3 minutes, honestly.
Really?
I've seen this before, and then I'm like, oh,
So does James Cromwell always have that big of a nose, and I just never noticed
It's
before?
actually much
mustache.
bigger now. Everyone's
even
nose
bigger now.
grows. Everyone's nose
gross.
grows as you age. So,
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, which means I'm screwed.
I'm not looking forward to that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
so what has he been in? I was trying to rack my brain without looking it up.
Well,
Obviously,
Babe,
for
Babe was like the
Contact.
role
Babe.
that kind of.
He was
put
the
him on.
farmer and Babe.
Well, okay, Babe, but Star
All
Trek,
right,
wise.
babe.
He was
He-
Zephyr Cochrane, first
He also,
contact.
he also
That's
played.
right,
he was Zephyr
He's in a
Cochrane.
Deep Space
Yeah.
Nine episode. He
Yeah,
plays
he
like
was in one DS9 episode.
a Karama, I want to say in that.
Okay.
He might also play another role in TNG after this, I think.
And he was in clips in Enterprise. Like we got to actually no, he did recreate one of them. I think.
he did reprise the role for the pilot of Enterprise, where we see we see like this recording that he made like years.
But
ago.
he also did it in Enterprise for the Mirror episode, didn't he?
No, that was archive footage.
Oh, it was archive footage. Okay,
Yeah.
because they show him pulling out a gun and shooting the Vulcan, right?
Because originally it wasn't going to be James Cromwell playing Zephyr Cochrane. It was going to be Tom Hanks.
Wow, imagine.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm actually
Wow.
glad
Okay,
that
that-
didn't go that way. I like
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, but I don't need him in Star Trek. It's cool.
That would be interesting. That would kind of flip the profile of
It
it.
would have flipped the profile around.
Mhm.
But anyway, this is
You
many.
couldn't have him drunk.
I guess
It
this is
would
like
be
6
viable.
years before Star Trek First Contact,
Yeah.
right? Long before any of that stuff.
It's a lot younger here.
Yeah, he looks
God.
mad young.
I
How
know
old? Okay, how old is he? Is he actually at
In
that
this- in
time?
this episode?
Because back in the day, people look much older. Eh? their age?
Sure. Well, let's see. I guess James Cromwell born in 1940.
He wasn't born in 1980.
1980.
Because I was born before him then.
No, he's 85 now. So
Okay.
Wow.
so he's 50 years old here.
He's 50
years
there.
old. He looks
Yeah.
good for a
Oh,
50-year-old.
Not
Pretty
bad.
young.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, so
The mustache, I'm a little iffy on though.
The crustache.
Yeah, I don't think he does it well.
There's this whole the dialogue of the scene has to deal with this planet join the Federation and that they're going to make a 5 member. then this like guy comes up to James Cromwell's character and pulls him away. And here we see Riker saying, like,
Look at that face.
maybe they make a good member of the Federation, but they're a little bit stuffy on this planet. I want to get off and get out of here.
Stuffy.
He's like, there ain't no chicks here for me.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I have
He's
to
like,
say
I
that
haven't seen one bar the whole time I've been here.
I don't think
right?
we
Like
see
that
one.
And where are the chairs?
I don't
I
think
need
we see
chairs to
one
jump over.
Angosian woman in this whole episode.
Yeah, I don't
he
think we
automatically
do.
doesn't
we?
like it.
Yeah, every character in this episode is a man. Or every
Yes,
member of the
I think
species
you're
is a
right.
man.
I just gotta say that this episode, Picard makes the funniest expressions I've ever seen in Star Trek.
You're like this
Yeah.
whole season. I'm really noticing the faces he makes. Oh my god!
He
Season
makes the
3
funniest
kind
faces,
of opened
so
up a bit. And
perplexed
he
as
went a little
shit.
further.
Like that one we covered with the hunter guys, and they're like, okay, in like 20 days I'll be back. He's like, in 20 days I am not talking to you. Anyway, so then James Cromwell comes back and
Oh
says,
man, material's terrible.
I know a prisoner has escaped. He's killed 2 guards.
Go
and-
back. I want a package check. Oh my
Negative.
god.
I've seen
Negative.
nothing.
Yeah.
Negative.
Scott-
six.
There's nothing good there, but
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that material.
But the thing is, if you
absolutely
don't
terrible.
see anything, then it's even worse. Does he have no dick? Like it's kind of like But
I think it's just the material, man.
I don't
totally-
know
But he's got pants
personally,
underneath, he's got
but I'm
shorts
guessing
underneath.
he does.
I think he does too. But
Yeah.
like, how can we know?
Yeah.
So that's really the problem.
Yeah, it didn't
Um,
make it. That style didn't make it.
Oh, that turtleneck too. Oh,
The whole. Like, I wish they had
it's
spent
so
money-
bad.
Can't you make them actually look like aliens? But anyway,
It's like it's a flip.
so
They flipped that.
Riker's like, I don't even want to see what their chicks look like because they're probably dressed in terrible attire.
so they
And there's no chairs
Where
for
the
me to
chicks
climb.
are.
They call up to the Enterprise to help with this
Exactly.
escaped prisoner situation. Data in command with Worf helping to track, and they're saying, like, see if you can get a lock on him. So the Enterprise moves into action here. They're tracking this ship that he has stolen
This is fresh.
that has no warp drive, right? And they watch it go behind an asteroid, and they're like, okay. And
I was
then
wondering if they're gonna start calling him Han Solo. I didn't know if they're
For
gonna do
real,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wesley Crusher reports, and Jordy's present, and they're all like, okay, we're gonna capture this guy. And as it goes behind the asteroid, they're like, what's going on? And they see that the drive section of the ship then is dislodged, all like the engines basically. So, but they're like, where's the rest
Do you
of the
remember
ship?
that
Ninja
scene in
vanish.
Do you remember the scene in Generations where Ursula and what her name was talking about what Jody was doing in a day, and she's like, he's the only engineer that's never in engineering.
They never go.
And every time I see him on the bridge now, I'm like, God, they're right. He never is there. He's there once in a blue moon.
Because he's the boss. He's delegating everybody else to do his
Yeah,
work,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because they have that one section that's
Well,
engineering
yeah,
at
it's a
on the end,
station.
you know?
And-
Yeah,
and-
they have
hey,
an engineering
he's-
session.
and Scotty was on the bridge plenty of times doing stuff.
That's true.
And,
It's true.
And so was sometimes B'Elanna Torres would.
But it's wild, like from the perspective of them, they're like, they can't even fathom.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Evolution.
They can't find the Roga Danar chase here. They don't even know who they're looking for. They bring the Enterprise around the asteroid, and he's gone. And they're like, "Sorry, Captain, we lost him." And they're like, "You got around the Enterprise, like the most advanced, most amazing ship in all of
flagship
Starfleet?
of the Federation, and they're like, we
Teleported.
can't see in front of us.
We can't see. Yeah, we can't find him. He got away
Yeah.
from us.
Yeah.
Sorry."
He's there
It's
somewhere.
something-
But
Because the
And-
power of the mind, the mind makes the technology, not the other way around,
Riker's still confused where all the chairs are. He's like, do you know Picard? I don't know where they are. I haven't done my leg lift in like 20 minutes. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, anyway, that is the teaser section of the episode. We don't
Decent teaser.
It's a decent teaser. Like,
Yeah,
who
it's
is this
sick.
escaped person that got away from the Enterprise, and how did they do it?
Very fly. Yeah.
And they didn't even show him either, did they?
No, we don't see him.
We just know of him. We don't.
We just
haven't
know of
seen
him. We
yet.
know 2 people are dead, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So the hunted, we get our title card after the credits, and Picard and Riker have come up to the ship, and they're getting debriefed by their idiot crew who can't catch a guy in a small light ship.
Riker's just like, thank God there's chairs.
Where could he have gone? So they call the Prime Minister, who explains that he's very cunning and has lots of training. And
Hold on, he wasn't wearing that thing before, was he?
Oh, he
That
fixed
badge
it.
thing.
That's a new
Others were.
body blazer.
Others were. I don't know if he was
okay.
wearing it in the opening scene or not, but
He's rocking the double B.
yeah,
That little their logo that's basically just a martini.
yeah.
With Japanese writing on it. I like it.
I like this.
dig it.
Yeah.
Every
the
member
blazer
of
and
the
it's looking
species
better.
has to wear like a name tag and like a onesie, I guess, with a
Yeah.
Wow.
questionable turtleneck.
So basically,
We're
it's
not
a
far
take
from
care.
that. It's
Like an
2020,
early child
2026.
Take care. Yeah. Here's your onesie and your badge. There you
Yeah.
go.
So they're going to keep looking for him on behalf of their new friends, the Angosians. And they say, well, could he have a cloaking device? Riker says, well, maybe he's made a cloaking device or kind of a poor man's cloaking device, if you will. He says, maybe
Still better than any Federation cloaking device.
True. using the magnetic fields of the poles of the planet.
Mhm.
And when Data has a look under Riker's suggestion, that's exactly where they find the ship.
Wild.
Amazing.
Yeah, Riker's a good strategist. Like he doesn't get enough credit for that.
Yeah, Riker gets a good line here where he's like, here's it. Yeah, this guy knows all the tricks.
This guy knows all the tricks, doesn't he?
Yeah, because this guy knows all the tricks.
Well, Riker's a
Yeah.
great pilot, apparently, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
used to be.
Alaska.
Well,
He's
and
the
he's a
best
good
Alaska.
he's a good strategist too, because you see him in that episode where they do the war games with the
Mhm.
guy with the
Yeah.
milkers on his fingers.
Star Jaemeel.
Yeah, Starjima, that's right.
Poker master. He's
Yeah.
an instructor, right? He teaches people.
Something
That's
like
wild.
that. Yeah, he
And
runs
yeah.
these
Master
war games.
classes.
Yeah.
But Riker is given a crappy ship and he still wins. Like he
Right. Oh
does good.
yeah, that's right.
Now
I
he
remember
does
that.
kind
So
of
fly.
cheat, but that's normal.
But he was clever
Wesley
with
cheated,
Wesley, right? Wesley.
Yeah.
Wesley idea.
It was Wesley technically.
It was Wesley's
before he
idea.
cheated, but
Okay, here's one more thing. Here's another reference for he's from Alaska. He's a strategist. He's a pilot. That's like Scott Summers
Scott Summers
Yeah,
from
X-Men.
Alaska.
From X-Men, yeah.
I played him once,
Really?
long ago.
I played him.
You did.
Yeah.
Cosplay.
And you were asked to replay him.
I was asked, but I never
What?
did. So it's a
Oh,
long
it's
story. Anyway,
not bad.
I'll tell you later.
Is this a sex thing?
It is, yeah. So
Maybe it should be, but no, it's not.
Whoa. We're getting into territory we don't need to get into. All right,
Where's
let's
Matt
get
on
moving.
that?
anyway, so they put the Roga's ship into a tractor beam, and they start pulling it into the Enterprise, and they can't detect any life signs. That's the other thing with Roga, is that he had like their sensors don't work. They can't detect any life signs. They're pulling in the ship, and then he starts accelerating at the Enterprise, right? And he bounces
That
the
was
ship
fresh.
off the shields and redirects at the planet.
I've never actually seen that. That's probably, they showcase it really nice.
Yeah,
I wonder if they always knew that, or just one week when they're writing, like, what about this?
yeah.
It's
Like
fly.
bounce off the shields,
Yeah.
right? Because that's something you can do, I guess.
Because it's, I noticed that with Star Trek, and especially with Star Trek, they will allude to, they've already kind of thought about these things in advance, but they're sort of like alluding it to back it up with, the evidence that it could possibly work. You know what I'm saying? Something could possibly work, but, at some point in Star Trek earlier, was there ever anything like bouncing off the shields that would kind of ricochet? Like a
Only
like
ships
early
I've
reference.
seen do this.
Ships,
Except
Yeah.
for Malcolm.
Malcolm from Enterprise?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Anyway, so then Roga gets away here. This is one
What?
part where like we can't.
What?
I still now he's launched an escape pod, and yeah, we just see or it's Picard. Picard goes.
Picard's
"What?
like, is this entire crew inept? What's going on
What
here?
the hell is going on? We can't catch one guy.
Do I have to use the
Confidence.
con?
Yeah, this,
Yeah.
And
everyone-
Riker's just like, how are all these dill holes so bad at this?
You could see like their confidence get stripped away. Like,
yeah, the
one
guys
layer
in-
at a time.
in-
So anybody else look at that ship and think it's inappropriate?
Oh,
it looked like
no,
it
I
looked
did
like a
not. Now I
submarine.
do.
I think
It
like,
looks like a vibrator
Space
or
Odyssey.
something.
Space Odyssey.
Flesh-
there was like
Flesh
a card
something. What's that
game.
called?
Oh,
Fleshlight.
fleshlight.
Yeah, there was a Star Trek card game called. It was kind of like Magic: The Gathering, right back in the day.
Oh, I
like, when
remember
we were-
that.
when we were
No,
kids.
really.
And there was a card with this image on it. It was like and it was like a get out of jail card or whatever. So that's all I could think of when
True.
I saw it today.
It does remind me of almost James Cameron-ish, kind of like a design, or maybe even like Dune.
Yeah, like it looks like
Reminiscent.
What's that?
simple spacecraft.
That Titanic thing that exploded.
That's submarine.
The submersible, the Titan. Yeah,
Thing,
a little
Mm,
bit
whatever. Yeah.
True.
like that. Right.
Let's fly.
So he's out there. The crew is amazed. This line from Jody was great.
This guy's incredible.
This guy's incredible.
That's a good sample.
Yeah.
Now Picard's taking this shit seriously.
Now they say, okay, O'Brien,
Oh.
just beam whatever the hell is in that escape
Poor
pod.
I feel
O'Brien.
bad for him.
Anything big enough to be a person, beam it out here. So
He's like, I have
okay,
no idea what's gonna
It
happen.
seems
to me
like a
right now.
bad plan. Like nuclear warheads could be as big as a person. Like
Yeah. Hey,
All
they
right.
know what they signed up for, though.
Well, they start beaming over Roga, and they're holding him in like the stasis beam, the transporter beam, until they can get security down there.
Did
Which
that
is fresh.
Barkley go nuts or something?
What's
Not
that?
yet. That episode hasn't come yet.
Oh, that hasn't come yet. Okay.
Mm.
Did what go now?
Oh yeah, Barkley. That's right.
Yeah,
He's like
you got
stuck
trans-
with the transporter.
Transporter
those, like-
Oh,
psychosis
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Transporter psychosis.
Yeah, he was. He
And
was
these guys with the
using
old
transporter
outfits?
beam.
Yeah. This
Wow, they ain't spending money on these guys. I can
this
tell you
security
that.
guard here, man, he is the ugliest person I think I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Oh
He
my
looks like
goodness.
somebody hit him a couple times before they started shooting.
You got to start somewhere, man.
Yeah.
These
And the other
guys-
guy's got this like stupid pose. It's like you're not even ready. Like, what are you doing?
So they
here?
say, O'Brien, like materialize him.
But you
We
can
got
tell in his
this.
face. He's just
O'Brien's like,
expression,
I'm gonna end
you
up
know,
being tortured in the future, so like, I'm not getting involved. I'm just gonna stand here.
So then,
There he is.
then Danar, he materializes. His weapon has been disabled, but that doesn't matter. And so he
Nice
doesn't
body.
surrender.
This is wild.
They phaser him almost right away.
Don't
He
cross the
takes-
streams.
He takes the blast, and then he just attacks.
Clotheslines them.
Hey Sam.
Hello, Sam.
What's up?
Yeah, so he tackles these two guys.
Double clothesline.
double clothesline style.
You know what? Every time I try to take on a group of thugs, I always do the clothesline maneuver. That works all the time.
Absolutely.
He starts throwing these two.
Oh man, that
security
guy
guards
is
around.
ugly. You're right.
Oh
No,
no.
he
Hey.
is not.
Oh, go back.
Oh, he's the most handsome man I've
Oh
ever
my God, he's ugly.
Okay.
Jade, what are you
Uh,
talking about?
He's gonna be
No.
messy after that. After this hit
Well,
right
anyway, so
He looks
O'Bri-
like he should be running like an East Side Mario's or something.
here. Oh no.
Brian calls more
Can
security.
you?
More security, transporter room 4. More security.
Straight
More
up.
security.
More.
I didn't repeat anything there. That's
No,
literally
that
what he
pose-
says.
That's
Come
literally
on.
how many times he says it. Yeah.
More security. More security. O'Brien starts trying to
That was
help.
good.
He's going to
Oh.
regret it really fast here as Roga Danar starts throwing him around. They all try
Wow.
to pin him to the ground. They're all grabbing him one by one. This fight goes around here. He manages to get their phasers a few
I
times.
respect
and-
their valor. Courageous.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
puts
I
this
like
guy
that.
into like an arm lock, like wrestling style.
Straight up MMA up in the house.
Yeah,
Doing
And then,
that.
The fighting in Star Trek is always so funny. Yeah, this one in particular is pretty good.
O'Brien
Okay,
knows he's gonna
we
get it.
also have a sad note here from Sam. Apparently, his dog passed away today.
Sorry to
Oh,
hear
Sorry to hear
Sorry
that.
to hear that.
sorry.
My condolences,
unfortunate.
man.
Yes,
We don't,
it's
as human beings, we don't deserve dogs.
sad day.
Your
Colin
your
Jones
dog's always
also
with you.
Passed away
Yeah.
today.
Your dog is always with you.
Yeah, mine's getting there too. So
Leave
I can
your
relate.
food out. Leave your food out for him. Leave your water out for him. You know, prayers for you and your family, and for your heart. You know, it gets better in time
Well
There
said.
you go.
Yes.
a little bit.
So O'Brien phasers Danar, and that kind of slows him down. Doesn't take him down completely
Crazy,
here.
so powerful.
And then he's like, "Who shot me?" Right?
Some of
Look at that.
the
Oh,
screenshots
it'll frame.
are very sexually suggestive.
That's what I go for. Anyway, so Danar phasers back O'Brien.
Yeah.
In the
Poor
arm here.
O'Brien. How many times has this man been phasered in Star Trek?
But you know he's a soldier, eh? Because he knew that was gonna happen, but he kind of set it up.
Yeah, he
You
kind
can
of
tell he
leans
set it up.
his shoulder
Because
forward.
he didn't fight like the Cardassians,
Yeah,
right?
he's a
Yeah.
veteran. Of
He's
the
a
Cardassian
veteran. He
Border
like
Wars,
slaved mad
absolutely.
people. This guy.
Yeah.
unassuming.
And
Not
this
to
is
mention
maybe-
the amount of
It's a lot of
times
money.
he's been like completely abused. But
This might be the beginning
This is
of
before.
O'Brien must suffer.
this might be the first O'Brien must suffer. Yeah, that's true.
True.
Could be.
Anyway.
Poor O'Brien.
Oh, he looks suffering.
The good news
Ah.
is he hit that foam that's on the wall there, so he's probably
He hit the
fine.
phone handsomely.
Yeah, the soundproofing.
The soundproofing.
So then Worf and Riker finally show up here from the turbo lift. And
Yeah,
Danar
good
just-
old
Look at that
Worf.
pose. That
Danar
pose.
just- Worf acts
Worf-
fast. He pushes Riker out
Worf
of the
is the
way.
MVP.
Yeah.
Bang.
Come on, that was a good move.
Without
there.
Worf,
Yeah, it was
Riker would
okay.
be melted.
Jody is always harsh on Worf.
Hmm?
Because
I am harsh on Worf because he's incompetent, and we know
No,
this.
here's
But
the
I
thing.
will grant you that was a good move on his part.
This is my theory on Worf. It's he at this point, especially in the first, I guess, seasons, he's still more wrestling with his identity. So in there, it makes him kind of like wanting to prove that he knows how to do it, but the decisions aren't always the correct one because he's like still a bit prideful about it. Over time, when he starts to master that part of himself as a Klingon and his human raising, he starts to become more centered. So like you see that in Picard, he becomes like a ninja, and they kind of joke with him being like really, really, mad humble.
I'll
to the
grant
max,
you he gets better.
He does, yeah,
not
which is
much
cool.
better.
They don't
He's
give
a
him the
lot
chance
more
yet.
competent in DS9.
There's a lot of
chance. They give him a
episodes where
chance.
he's written to be the guy with like the bad idea, right?
Yeah,
or the wrong.
Yeah, and I'm not
reaction.
saying, and don't get me wrong, and Marcel, I'm only saying this really for you because I think
For
everybody
sure,
else
for
knows
sure.
it. Is that I have no problems with Michael Dorn. I think he's a very nice man.
No. We're talking about the character.
But the character itself, I think got better in DS9 years than it did in Next Gen.
Absolutely.
Even
Yeah,
in the
definitely
movies,
agree.
he's not good. Like he's
I like
very
him
rarely is
in
he
First Contact. He's pretty strong.
Yeah,
First Contact's not bad. I will give you that. Yeah,
I like him in DS9 because he's put in a position where he's able to kind of show
he's
his
a far
prowess.
better character in DS9.
Yeah,
I agree.
but yeah, in Picard, he's bomb the third season. The illest,
Oh,
dude.
third season on Picard's great.
Bruh.
Yeah.
He's the illest.
So back at the episode here. So we see after he saves Riker, he like peeks around the corner to make sure Danar is not going to shoot him. and then once he realizes Danar is wrestling more of his security guards, they run down this corridor.
Look at Riker.
Look at that run.
Yeah, look at that.
Riker's
run.
like,
Like,
my
why
back,
does he keep pushing me away? I want to fight.
my back.
So that back. And so
I'm gonna jump them like a chair.
Okay, so we know that this is not Jonathan. This is a stunt double.
Like, that clearly is not him. There.
None of these.
Is it Michael Dorn, though?
I
Does-
think it is.
Michael Dorn looks like him.
Might be him.
He's kind of big like him.
Have
Like,
you
it-
seen his stunt double for this? His stunt double is pretty cool. Yeah, they look
Yeah.
pretty good.
But basically, it takes 5 people to take down Danar. Is the whole point
With
of this fight.
Danar's got the chalk on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might
At
be
least
a
they,
tattoo.
at least they didn't smudge his eyeliner and stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
And did they shrink Worf's head later on?
They
shrunk-
they go through a
they-
few different headpieces.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
he
his
he
head
kinda
isn't
big,
always
look-
consistent.
It's kind of like Akbarish here.
Yeah.
A little bit more Akbarish.
He's got a bit more of the width going on.
You
in
know?
this one,
And
yeah.
I think they went through some different mouthpieces.
It's
and
a trap.
and stuff
That-
as well.
yeah,
over
that,
there.
definitely teeth.
Yeah.
I'm glad the teeth got improved.
Anyway,
So these guys-
they finally managed to get Danar down. They put the phasers on maximum stun or whatever.
Wow.
And,
Why is Riker looking at the phaser like that?
Because he's like, he
he's
can't
like,
even believe
phaser
it.
him right in like the balls. Like
He-
that's
Just jolt that bastard.
yeah.
Yeah,
He made me
can't
get on the
believe it.
floor. Do you know how long it's going to take for me to
Like,
get back
Riker
up?
missed most of this fight. To be fair,
Yeah.
So-
I'm curious about how they regulated the character's nervous system so that he wouldn't feel, like those blasts. Like it would be cool if there was more of a technical explanation. And maybe there is, but I'm missing
This,
it.
in my opinion, could have been a two-parter, just because
Yeah,
of the fact that you could really get into more of his backstory and
Yeah, you can make it a movie,
the people and stuff too.
it's a good.
I don't
one.
know about a movie, but definitely a two-parter.
TV movie,
Yeah, like which is
Yeah.
kind of like a two-parter.
straight to DVD,
Yeah,
straight to VHS.
An after-school special.
VHS movie. Yeah,
Anyway, so afterwards, they're talking to the prime minister. He's like, "Thank you for capturing our escaped guy. We're gonna send a shuttle right away to go pick him up." Picard's like, "Okay, very good, very good."
Picard's not amused face.
Yeah, he's like, "This guy's got some skills. He's not
Like every time I see him with the background and that logo and all that, not Picard, the other guy.
this
I
guy.
just think he's sitting in a lounge somewhere.
He's
like
downtown Toronto.
Yeah,
waiting
he's,
for
he's
customers.
sitting in some preppy lounge, a martini lounge.
It's like a
or something.
hotel lounge,
Yeah,
It's like, how many olives do you want?
hospitality
it
special.
looks like, yeah, it's the shoulders. I don't know. The whole thing doesn't work for me, but
Giddy up.
Yeah, it looks like there's shoulders pads going on there too, which is a little.
Oh,
weird.
for sure.
Yeah.
Era. These guys.
anyway, they come. They're like, there's nothing wrong with the sensors. We can't detect him because of these things. And like, they try to ask the computer, like, who's in the holding cell? They're like, nobody is. And Riker's like, he's in there. I put him in there myself. And come
And
on.
Picard's just thinking in the back of his mind, everybody is incompetent on this ship.
Can I ask? Data's uniform was driving me crazy when he was sitting down. Does it always look this horrible? Like,
So this
it's
is the newer
size is
uniform
too-
that they rolled out, but
it's
I don't
two
think
sizes too
it
big.
didn't fit him. Yeah,
Oh,
I think they were
yeah.
sharing at this point, so maybe this was for
Crazy.
somebody else.
It's
Worf.
ridiculous.
Could be Worf's role.
I
even.
didn't notice
noticed
that at
that.
all, and
Wow.
I'm paying attention.
Good
so.
catch.
Yeah.
That is a good catch, though. I didn't notice that,
Yeah, I think they're still.
but
doing a
it
lot
does
of
definitely look like it's way too big for him. Yeah.
because I think they used like sometimes they wear these muscle suits under the uniforms and sometimes they don't. So
Really?
It's like,
Yeah.
Oh.
They did it more in the first season or the first 2 seasons when they had those skin tight ones, but
Mhm.
I'm not.
It must get very
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
because even Picard looked a little jacked in the first season.
Yeah, they all wore them. Everyone wore them.
Really?
That's why
Wow.
Wesley Crusher looks like a linebacker sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes he looks huge, and
Damn.
other times you're like, look at this skinny little wiener. Yeah.
Really? Eh?
So down in the holding cell, Danar is sleeping and he's having sort of like traumatic memories and nightmares and things like that.
Night
Counselor Troy's
terrors.
just walking by.
And whoever wrote this was like, I need to make a part for Troy. Okay. We'll do it this way.
know?
I am not a mind control expert.
Yeah, that's right.
Psychology of the man. She's pulling her best Jean Grey
She's
right
got
now.
her senses here,
I came here because I sensed you were in pain.
and that's where she goes to meet with Roga Danar here.
See, somebody else on the internet agrees with me. Worf was an actual character in DS9.
Yeah, they gave him a chance.
He
They
sometimes
put him on.
he's more of a function of a plot device in this show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
in some episodes.
And that's probably why it irritates me a bit.
Because he's kind of set up to be the guy who's wrong or to have the wrong idea,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
for like Picard or Data or somebody else to have the right idea.
Mhm.
So
It's good when you look at it in a whole, like continuum, like overall. They all, they all evolve their own way, which is cool.
mhm.
I love it.
So we got this meeting here between Danar and Troy, where she says, "I'm the ship's counselor," and we see him here in the cell. He's got a little
That was super fresh little fountain
water.
right there. I want that in my
a
room.
little drawer of water.
That'd be
I
so
guess.
sick.
I still
like-
don't get what the logic
Asia.
was behind that. Like,
What do you mean?
Basin.
It's like
Wash
a
your
basin
face.
to wash
basin.
your face, I guess.
so
This is prison.
we go from like the 17 and 1800s where you had like a basin in your room,
Hmm.
and that was all you had. And then we got like running water through faucets and stuff,
Hmm.
and then we went back again.
Only for
like this-
prison. School. So,
Yeah, it's cool. Like how they depicted that. I really like that.
And you got to remember this, timeline wise, happens after the sonic showers and stuff like that. So
Mm.
Anyway,
Hidden.
so Danar talking to Troy. She's trying to get to understand him. He talks about his background, and we see him even pushing into the force field here, which
Doesn't even affect
normally
them.
shocks people.
which
Doesn't
normally
even affect
hurts.
them. Yeah,
So he's
kinda
just like
straight up cable up in here.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got
Super
high
sick.
tolerance here. I feel like this thing on his face, Marcel, is a tattoo, but I don't know.
Well, I think it's supposed to be
Fire him.
tattoo, yeah.
Fire the guy. Don't go back.
I'll go back.
At this
Don't go
point, I
back,
think
dude.
it was an intern probably did that one. The normal makeup guy was probably not on duty, or
And the intern
lady,
was 8 years old.
the intern's like, I want to paint people.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
All right. So this first conversation with him and Troy, where he kind of messes with her a bit. He was like, "I had an abusive father. I turned to a life of crime because maybe a girl with long dark hair was mean to me once." Or
He's
broke
being
my heart."
bad.
I
She was-
very rarely like Deanna Troy interactions in the show, but I will say the interactions between these two were pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
it was
liked
good-
I liked
good
how
writing
she
there.
didn't trust him. Like she always played it off like she didn't trust anything he was saying, but yet was empathizing for him. So it was like it's kind of weird how they're dynamic a bit, and he's just
also-
being playful, right?
He also explains that when he went through his soldier training that he signed up for, because that was for the
Yeah,
war.
it's a conditioning thing. Yeah.
That whoever put him through the conditioning was also called a counselor, and so he has kind of an issue with her because of her title.
Yeah.
He's traumatized.
Yeah.
Crazy contacts. I just recognize that.
Yeah, his
Realize.
eyes are incredibly piercing blue, and I'm guessing it's contact lenses.
It looks like it. Unless
I
it's
believe so.
people's-
Yeah.
People's mad dilate like crazy. Also, I was gonna say, well, Deanna, the more recent episode, she had to deal with that swindler. So
she
she's so,
Devanani
Really
Rao.
well.
so she's like, I'm not gonna fall for that shit again right now.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
got
it's
EJR 87R.
Yeah, for real,
saying,
right?
Okay, how advanced is this alien race gene altering science? This dude can literally do anything.
Anything and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like this kind of technology would
Totally.
be very useful to some of the hostile races against the Federation, you know, like the Romulans or the.
Mhm.
So.
But in the hands of the Federation, it could give them an upper hand on a lot of levels. So,
but then you got this problem where you
But it's
can't
the
turn
problem.
it off,
Mhm.
right? You can't
But
be.
they're not a
Mhm.
war organization.
yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We shall get there.
Right. He asks if this is a warship, and she goes, "No, it's a Federation starship."
Mm.
So, anyway,
I'm surprised he didn't ask, can you define the difference?
I guess I guess he's heard of the Federation, probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So then Troy goes to talk to Picard about this meeting, and Picard is so not having it at first. He was like,
Yeah.
"Listen, this guy, I know you feel bad for him, but he like took down 5 guys in our
Yeah, his pride got crushed there.
He did that thing where he put his arms out and he knocked down people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be
clothesline.
And she
Yeah,
explains that
clothesline
he's
energy.
not a violent
Double
man.
lariat.
He's troubled by his violence. He's, he was made this way, and the conditioning, the genetic alterations, the programming, it hasn't even been tried to be undone.
It's like, I don't care.
I don't care.
The line must be drawn here.
No further.
No further.
Exactly. But there is a part of this this conversation here with Troy that does make an impact on Picard. He does start to reflect on it. And meanwhile, Troy goes to talk to Data, who has access to all these Angosian computer systems.
It's the flip
So they
script.
want to look up his criminal record. What did he do? Right?
Yeah.
There's no criminal record, no police record.
Dun dun dun.
Didn't
These
commit any
guys are playing
crimes.
around.
But they know he was a military veteran, so they look up his military service record. It's hard to read it all. It's very small, but he competed in many campaigns, kind of a hero to his people. He got promoted to this certain rank twice. He was rated as
There's nothing negative on his report.
He's got
So-
some minor infractions for conduct.
yes.
Yeah.
So it basically looks like he was a little bit in
He's
detention.
Private Joker.
It does.
He lower in the rank in his battalion or his unit, and they're like, "Hey, you're a little bit more expendable than the rest, so we're gonna put you in this shit and figure it out."
Yeah, we asked if he was like the leader of those super soldiers. I think to a certain extent, yes, because he's maybe a higher ranking member of them. But
Yeah.
The most cunning.
yes. So, so they're saying like he didn't commit any crime. They were all just sent there. So then there's this next conversation with Troy and Danar.
Round 2.
Round 2.
You're
where-
back. What are you doing here?
Yeah, like the substance of this is like you didn't commit a crime, and why were you sent to that colony? And he talks about after the wars how people like him really struggled to acclimate back into society, which is going back to the whole
Well,
Vietnam War veterans.
they
Veteran.
don't have a purpose anymore, right? So
Yeah, they have no purpose, right? Like after the fighting was done, like how do you turn off the violence? You know, how do you turn
Yeah.
off the trauma?
Like a samurai in Japan.
Right. And I can't remember if there's anything else substantial in this conversation.
Cool outfit.
His outfit is
Costume
awesome.
designer just
It's much
nailed
better
it.
than the Prime Minister's.
Much better.
See if we get it's,
You know?
it's more ripped up and torn, but he feels so much more like, I guess, like you believe like he is kind of this character, and like
He's
partly because of
more-
the costume.
Yes. He's got
well,
depth.
and I remember thinking, I have to watch this episode again, so I'm turning it on, and once I first saw him, I'm like, I remember this guy being so annoying, but I don't
To
think it is
Picard,
anything
yeah.
him. I think I'm actually mixing him up with Akana or whatever that guy's name was.
Oh, the outrageous Dakota.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
that
yes.
guy. I think I'm mixing up the two because
he was
this guy
annoying.
wasn't irritating at all. He was fine. Yeah.
It's a part of the string of these actors who have blue eyes, dark hair, and tend to flirt with Troy.
Yeah, that's true.
Superman syndrome.
Super big.
Yeah. And Riker also fits that bill,
Mhm.
except for the beard.
Wow, I never put that together. You're right.
She has a type.
All the-
She has a type.
Yeah, she has
Yeah,
a type.
She has a type.
Yeah.
Unlike her mother, that literally will bang
Her
anything.
type is all.
She'll go with a changeling, even.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she
liquid.
doesn't care.
Liquid.
Yeah. Liquid.
Well, realistically, I think a changeling would be an interesting thing to have, but
Oh yeah.
That's a whole other discussion.
That's a whole
We
other
probably
podcast.
shouldn't go there.
So
Creativity.
this is where Troy makes more of a plea to the senior staff, where she explains the second discussion that what's going on in this Angosian society, what happened to these soldiers, why they were all sent to the Luna 5 penal colony.
Who's the lady in the blue coat?
That's
Not
Dr.
familiar.
Crusher.
Oh,
Dr. Crusher.
She's not in this episode very much at all.
I know. That
One
was my-
scene.
One scene, but
This
this
is
is the
it.
only scene. This is it. But
Yeah,
she
trippy.
does tell us that she did a medical exam on Danar and that there's something she can't even
tired.
figure out. What the
Yeah.
hell? Yeah, she looks like she's tired.
She's like, I'm not coming into work today, guys. You
Give all
can
my
listen.
scenes to Troy. Like whatever. Whatever you wrote for me, I'll do this one thing.
EGR makes a very
Okay,
good point here. He's
Federation.
like, okay, so did the Federation properly evaluate this alien society? They were about to admit them in without proper evaluation.
Well,
Like,
I think that's true. I think that
and
like
that's something that happens a lot in next.
This
Gen.
is their little secret,
They're
right?
like, oh, they've applied for it, and then we find out that they're terrible people.
and we're also told that the policy to join the Federation, an application usually takes years to
Mhm.
get
Yeah.
approved. It's not
Mhm.
like when Bajor is applying, like they have to be kind of sped through the process, and
Yeah.
even then, it's slow, right? So
This was the military trouble that was swept under the carpet, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Exactly.
yeah, and I think any society can hold or hide their darkest stuff, right? If they want to,
Yeah.
You know,
from outsiders.
you know what I noticed more recently,
Mhm.
and I don't know if you guys probably noticed already, but her eyes are all black.
Yeah, because that's
Beta's-
Oh yeah,
that's a
yeah,
betazoid.
that's a beta.
That's so
thing.
ill
Yeah,
She's been
And
like
then-
that since the first.
since the
episode.
beginning, but I didn't put that together until just last year.
Like,
You
The
know
one
what?
with,
it's not uncommon. I've heard that many times. So
Most
Maybe
of
that's
the
why
ones
he-
Troy
clue in.
wears are much darker, or much more
Mm.
tense.
That's
She's a
pretty
full
dope.
betazoid, and she's supposed to be a half human, right?
Yeah.
Well, and you also
actually.
have to remember they changed Data as well because Data originally had those like really bright yellow eyes,
Right.
And
and
I
then
remember
they
that.
kind of got rid of that, and they just kind of they've kind of made him with the he still has contacts, but they're not nearly as crazy as they used to be.
Yeah, I mean, there was one episode or one scene or something where they forgot to give him contacts
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know
yeah,
that?
there's a couple.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
there's a
did that on
couple
purpose.
scenes.
on purpose.
Yeah,
That
'cause it
was on
parallel
purpose, yeah.
dimension.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Okay, there's that. And then the last thing I was gonna mention is like by the end of this meeting, they ask her, "Why are we here at 10-4?" She's like, "I want to get some chocolate."
I think this is the
See,
obligation.
see, Marcel, you're not the only one. Sam just realized that as well. So
She
there
has
you go.
she has black eyes. Everyone, she is an alien.
Everybody. She's
Yeah.
always had black eyes.
Unlike these Angosians who just look like humans. Like at least they have.
Mm.
But I think
something.
when you're watching it on a TV in low resolution, you probably wouldn't have noticed it at all. So
That's right.
even
the
this
one.
guy's blue eyes, I don't remember that as being.
I don't remember that either until but the
Mm.
Blu-ray really changes things.
Oh yeah, it
Crazy.
certainly does. Yeah, sometimes for the worse, but overall.
Right. So I think Data goes to meet with him next, right? And
Yes.
because Data knows about his programming, and Data, at first he's like, "What do you want, Android?" He was like, "Am I bothering?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, then I'll leave." He's like, "No, I kind of let's talk." And he was like, what we have in common is that we're both programmed." And
Mhm.
he explains he's not programmed to kill, but Danar is, and they kind of have this interesting philosophical comparison and discussion about
Mhm.
Data's
what they
not
will-
programmed to kill, but he can.
but they were both programmed. Yeah, he says I am programmed with some tactical knowledge and some tactical abilities, but that's not the same thing.
Mhm.
Um,
Objective is different.
Yeah, and that he wishes or envies Data not having emotions and not having to remember or feel the regret of some of his past actions.
Have you ever noticed that the brig looks a lot like the backdrop looks a lot like Red Dwarf or something like that? Like it's
Hmm.
it doesn't really match the aesthetic of the rest of the ship.
Where do they
A
go to
little
the
bit.
washroom? In the
Uh,
break?
I've thought about that.
I'm imagining one of these drawers pulls out or something.
yeah, something there. Yeah,
Gee.
Is that the
or
toilet? Then?
where the camera is, that's where the toilet is.
Oh my god.
Who knows?
Toilet and sink in the same place is just brutal.
Yeah, that's prison.
That's real. It all looks nice.
Well, at least
so-
it's not in the middle of the cell.
Yeah, thankfully.
So after all this, Picard then calls the Prime Minister to kind of express his concerns about what he's learning, and he's
Prime
like, "Man,
Minister's like, it's happy hour right now. What do you
Prime
want?
Minister's like, this guy's a criminal. Of course he's gonna say we're bad, and he's good, and he could be taking advantage of you, and all these things, right? And we treat our prisoners very well. And Picard says,
Even the most comfortable prison is still a prison.
even the most comfortable prison. Sam saying, I got school tomorrow. See you guys. My rating is 7.5.
School is
Hashtag
much more
Sam
important
God.
than a podcast.
Dave,
Gonna
no,
Survivor.
I know what you mean, Sam. You're like the
7.5. I don't know about his rating, but we'll see.
Anyway, so so this is where James Cromwell's prime minister character says, "Hey, you're starting to encroach on our internal security, our internal sovereignty, right?" Which was the clip I played at the top of the show. You know,
And this discussion is now treading upon matters of internal security. This is not your concern.
Matter of internal security.
Uh-oh.
The age-old cry of the oppressor.
so now he's labeling them the oppressors of the soldiers, right? So yeah, definitely not seeming like Federation material.
Yeah.
Probably
The clues are coming out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then they go back down to Danar, and this is where we see Data's having his conversation with him.
Yeah.
Is this where Picard? Yeah, Picard and Troy show up, and this is where Picard's like, "Well, I feel bad about this whole situation, but I don't really have a choice. I have to send you back. That is like you fall within their society, and therefore you are subject to their laws, and I don't have a choice." But he says, like, you know, like Troy and Data like vouch for him basically, you know, and say like, we don't believe you are this cold-blooded killer, murderer that you've been labeled as. There's more to you, and Picard does take their word seriously, but Picard's hands are tied here. And we also had Danar's like saying, well, just to let you know, my obligation will be to escape, and I will do everything in my power to escape. So buckle up.
And if you get in my way, you'll be dealt with.
Yeah, exactly. So that's his warning here. But Picard's like, no, not with my crack team of experts. We'll figure this out.
Our crack team that could even find you 3 times. But, you know, whatever.
No. He's just shamed them.
Yeah. Anyway, so then the Angosians show up with their little ship to pick him up. And they're planning
U.S.S. Fleshlight. Yep.
This is totally like, it looks like Star Wars.
It looks like a Star Wars ship.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
The cockpit view, totally homage right there.
Yeah. Even this model of the Enterprise, this is the one with all the texture on the
Yes,
side.
This is the new one, yeah.
Wow, crazy.
This is the 4-footer, right?
It might be the 4-foot model.
Amazing.
Yeah. But this is also the Blu-ray release, so it could also be the.
It's also
CG
it feels
stuff.
this model
more compact.
Also, it's a bit boxier than it's less elongated.
Damn, didn't know that.
Anyway, so yeah,
and the saucer is much more predominant.
Anyway, they're here to pick him up, so they're planning to transport him over. Worf goes down to oversee this, and the idea is that they're going to drop the force field right before they beam him over. So
you probably should send somebody other than Worf.
Right, 0.1 seconds. So we see this thing where they drop the force field around the cell right before they beam him out here. But then Danar does something I've never seen done before, which is he starts to, well, I don't know. He disrupts the transporter beam by forcing himself outside of the beam, like parts of his body.
There's got to be some sort of safety built in for this, though.
That's really cool.
Well, maybe no one
like
does
if he
this.
could do that, maybe that's the reason why it turns off. Maybe I don't know.
Well, he's able to
Good
disrupt
point.
the whole beam, but if it seems like this is something you can do if A, you have a high tolerance for pain, and B, you're not afraid of death, because we see Troy.
But if you stuck a part out, wouldn't that just fall down?
Not necessarily. I think this might be a legitimate way to disrupt a transporter beam.
Wow, fascinating.
You know?
Okay.
Remember when Barclay grabbed that guy within the beam though? Like he
pulled him into the beam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This dude can do all the super soldier stuff, but they just send people to pick
Yeah. I don't understand why they don't just beam him to the planet, but that he was on originally. Anyway.
And Admiral Tory Bird says, "You know what?
Bars in the prison cell.
Bars in a prison cell."
For real. Back to basics. It's funny. You're talking about back to basics with the basin.
Right.
You know,
Now,
there it is.
Troy calls out to Danar here, and she says, you'll be killed. Like maybe no one tries this because it's so incredibly reckless and dangerous to try to.
I don't know. He seems like a pro at this.
Surfing the transporter beam.
Yeah, he's surfing the transporter.
He's like,
surfing
if
the
you're gonna
wave.
take me, you're only gonna take about 2/3 of me.
My arms will just fall into the
Yeah, my arms will just fall.
She's
down
like,
to the
ew, ew.
Dana,
He's like,
not even
ooh.
kill.
You're gonna make a mess.
And they're all getting their phasers out. They're all ready to shoot
the
him.
old
But just then,
suits.
explosion, this blast. They're all thrown
Hold
back.
on,
Incredible.
go back to those guys again. Okay,
The
they
old
are
suits.
different guys. All
They're
right.
different guys. Yeah.
The old
Because if they sent the same like clothesline dudes, for
No,
this, I
no,
would be
those
like,
guys learned
wow,
their
you guys
lesson.
are really screwed up.
they're in the infirmary right now after the lariat, double-handed lariat.
It was like a wrestling move.
Straight up.
So O'Brien's thwarted here. Danar is gets out of the transport.
Did you notice that Worf's just standing there? By the way,
Well, how did Danar?
Where?
Did Danar get out of
it's
the area
Troy.
that fast? Like
I don't understand how
Yeah,
he got out.
He's a ninja.
we
I
don't
think
even
he's
have
the
the
Flash.
doors open.
Flash explosion.
Flash
Flash bomb.
explosion, like he Batman styles
Straight Batman.
right, you know?
he throws
know,
down the
League
smoke
of
and runs
Shadows.
away. Yeah.
Right.
League of
So
Shadows.
Now they're tracking him. Now it's like this hunt through the ship as Danar is working, going to the different sections here. He's got a phaser that he stole. He sees that they have different
They should have
sections.
combined this episode with Starship Mine. That would have been great.
That doesn't come
You know,
from
the
us,
episode
right?
where Picard's on the ship and they're doing the sweep.
Yeah,
Trying to
that's
sweep over
right.
The ship. Yeah,
That was crazy.
yeah.
That was a
So-
good episode.
So I love Danar's plan here. He sees the guy, like there's a force field to the section I guess he wants to go to next with a security guard. So instead of trying to go, he goes around here. They also they intentionally put the turbo lifts on so that if he tried to use them, that
They can redirect it.
They would just redirect him.
Change the tube,
Which
which is
he-
Well,
wild.
they think they're gonna lock him in there.
Yeah.
That was kind of
Look
their
at
theory,
David
right?
Data's outfit. Jeez.
Oh, it
Shame.
is so bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 90s. It's the
At
90s.
least we got
I didn't
that
know.
regular. We got the
90s.
regular helmsman in the background.
It's the
now, so
90s. It's the
That guy
90s.
is always in there.
I was gonna say like
He's a regular one. He's one of the two regular extras.
yeah. What time? Now, what time of day is it?
It's
who
not
knows?
time for Wesley to work.
You know what I mean?
That's-
So
that's it.
so
Yeah.
probably evening time.
Yeah.
No, he
Wesley's,
works.
Wesley's on
daytime.
a date.
Maybe it is.
And Wesley possibly was inspired by this dude because later on when he does like the site-to-site sweep and all that shit, like the way he used he programmed the phaser like automatically.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
He probably got inspired by this guy, like
Could be.
you know.
So when the turbo lift opens for Worf, supposedly with Danar inside, it's got the phaser that Danar stole earlier. and
Okay,
it's
so I
overloaded.
want to point out the problem here with being a security chief and for some strange reason not checking up. So
Well, he
he
could have been
literally
above
walks
him.
in there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he could have been above him, but he all he hears is this phaser overloading. This security guard, he thought it was very loud.
Well, he can hear it. Yeah, he can hear it better than
Jensen.
Worf, I guess.
Yeah, and so Worf is a badass. He goes right for it. He turns it off.
Worf's
you know?
like, yeah, I'll just walk in this thing. I won't check anything. I'll just walk right in here
yeah.
and turn this thing off.
Well, he has to defuse the bomb really quickly before it blows up in his face.
Yeah,
Uh,
bravery.
And then meanwhile,
I
Danar
would have
has a
just
left.
sent the turbo deck. I would have just sent the turbo lift to somewhere else. it's level 5's problem now.
You kill some randoms.
Yeah, so Danar hasn't left. He now goes back here and he that security guard waiting by the force field. He just totally knocks this guy out so fast. Then he uses his comm badge to say, "Hey, lower this force field."
In the other guy's voice,
He does it in his voice.
which is super fresh.
Which how
Now,
did he-
how
how
does
could
he
he
do
do it?
that?
How
So
did-
same.
He's a mimic.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't
Yeah,
heard that guy speak yet, though.
Yeah, you hadn't heard him speak, which
Oh,
I think is
that's
still
a
really,
very good point. Well,
really dope.
yeah, but he's also generic security guard 184, and I guess
They
he
all
has
sound the
permission
same.
to turn
They all
off and
sound the
on these
same.
force fields.
Right.
I
Well,
also
and-
think it's stupid to have a light where the force fields are. Wouldn't it be better to have him run down a hallway and just fucking hit one? It's like-
But I love how that they're dumbfounded by the how did he get down our force fields? How could he
Yeah,
do that?
that's ill.
How did we just let some random security guy shut down a force field for no reason without any sort of authority or
My
proper
favorite thing about
procedure?
the security guard, is he wasn't even looking down the corridor. He could put the force field to his back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But he kind of faces towards the force
Force
field.
field.
He's facing
He's
towards the
dreaming.
force field, which just makes no sense at all.
He's like, oh, patterns, colors. I'm bored. I'm just
He's
gonna
like, every
stay
time
here."
I touch it, it zaps me.
You know, it's hard to get in security guards. Anyway,
And
so
this guy who's like on top of the,
right, down in
the
engineering, Roga
deck.
Danar has made his way to engineering, and he has beat up Jordy's entire team.
Oh,
Jordy.
Jordy,
Poor
has-
Jordy.
yeah.
yeah,
Poor Jordy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
The one
definitely-
time he's in engineering, this has to happen.
Danar starts working on those chips in the back there, and then they say, "Oh, something's going on in engineering." They try calling down to Jody, but no one's there, so they send Worf. Worf's on his
Yep.
way.
Supremely good move there.
While Danar's doing all this stuff to the chips, they start to figure out that he's doing something maybe with the shuttle bay.
They
Maybe
counter
Always
it.
these damn isometric chips, right? Or
Isolinear chips.
Isolinear chips.
chips. That's right.
I love this moment because it shows, you can go back one slide, just no to Picard and Riker together. Yeah. Like this moment is, they're like tag team chess playing this one dude.
Yeah.
And I just love it because they're bouncing,
but
technique. back and
but they're
forth
not
and
really
stuff.
winning.
No.
Well,
losing bad.
they're countering every time, right? So it's
They are, yeah.
literally
It's like a chess match.
It's a chess match.
It's like 2 against 1, and they're losing bad.
Yeah,
Right.
they're coming up with viable,
This
like
isn't
ways
going
to
well
get
for
around
them
it.
so
But
far.
yeah,
Why don't
it's
they
cool.
have
to see.
Picard's
like-
like, we are going to have employee reviews after this. Like, you guys are retarded. Like, this is bad.
They should have like site-to-site transports for Worf, like the head of security.
good
He
point.
shouldn't have to walk down halls.
True. Yeah, he should have a
Situation.
teleporter armband or something. That'd be fly.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Wow. Well, he has to make it the way. He has to use his legs, the old-fashioned way. So we see Danar. He escapes through like the warp core or whatever. They think he might be going to Shuttle Bay 2. We see him in the Jeffries tubes now, which I don't know if we ever saw this particular Jeffries.
Yeah, that tube is pretty unique. I
This
noticed.
is a one-off. We're going to talk about it
It's
in
like Deep
Fun
Space
Facts.
Nine.
Fun facts.
Deep
we'll come back
Space
to that.
Nine-esque.
Anyway,
It's
so
a one-off, but what's interesting is a little bit more about it.
Worf shows up in engineering. He starts like I love how he goes by the other guy. He's like, what?
Yeah,
And then he goes,
he's just like,
Jordy.
you can deal with him.
Yeah, Jordy. Oh, you're. I actually know your name.
I know your name.
Yeah,
I know you.
I know you. Jordy was great.
You're the guy that's normally behind me on the bridge.
Jordy is so like incredulous here. He's like,
Came out of nowhere. I didn't think anyone could move that fast.
came out of nowhere.
LeVar Burton is overacting. I love it.
Oh yeah, and he's just like, we think he's trying to get to the shuttle bay.
There's a full contingent of security at all shuttle bays.
He's
You
like,
want my
I'm gonna need
advice?
No.
Double it.
Double it. Yeah, that's like some.
I'm surprised he didn't mention
80s
Coco No
movies.
Nos after this, but have a couple drinks after
So
this
they're
one.
still after
For
Danar
real.
here. He's in the Jeffries tube, and he's accessing panels, and they don't know why. And I don't know. There's a bit of a chess match going on here.
So handy with the phaser. This guy's the master.
He's always taking
phaser
like a new
master.
phaser. He uses a phaser and then gets a new one.
He's now dubbed Phaser Master.
Yeah, he's the phaser master.
He's the Phaser Master.
But this is a foreign item to him.
Yep.
I'm surprised how quickly he's learned how to use this thing,
Guy.
and why isn't there fingerprint locks on these things? Yeah, there you go.
Jody's got all the technical solutions to these phones.
Yeah,
Wow.
these are all problems that could have easily been avoided.
Now, Data is the one to point
Put a
out the
pin number
fact
in it.
to the master strategist, Riker Picard, that Danar keeps doing misdirects, right? Like when he escaped on the asteroid.
That's what he's
right?
doing.
When
Yeah.
he's doing. There's something else going on here. I don't
You
think
think he's
trying
going this way, but he's going this way.
To, I
Yeah.
always think he's going one way, but he's going another
He's
way.
duping you guys.
But they still don't. But then they go, "What? Then what's he doing, Data?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know. Like I just know he's not doing
I don't know. It's just I had that thought, and that's I decided.
I
to
just
share
know that he's not doing.
it. I just know you guys are. Losing.
But he knows that we know that he knows. Like it's just kind of like
What's wild is like, you know how Data's ultimate AI. So he's learning from other games and stuff that they play, and to pay attention to these type of patterns is not normal, right? So it's just so wild how his algorithm will catch that.
Yeah.
So if their phase doesn't work, phases of his mind works.
phase of them. So Danar doing things. Or I don't know. I'm kind of thinking. He makes his way into the cargo bay next. He tries to use the transporter there, but it's been turned off. But he still's got this phaser, and he hooks up the phaser to be the power source. You know,
Smart.
smart.
Phaser Master.
This guy.
Well,
Like a
it must have some sort of like energy core built in. So yeah, it might be enough.
Well, I guess it's enough for one transporter.
Mercenary.
For one person.
He's pulled
Anyway,
him.
so Picard says, use the anesthetine gas.
The anesthetine gas.
Unleash the gas.
Is there any gas that ends with scene that is good for you? I don't think there is.
I don't know about that.
And I was wondering, do they just have these gases on hand, or do they? How do
Absolutely.
they create them? They do that. They can
Well,
in any room.
they have
any part of the
replicators.
ship.
And what's the
The
natural
little
function of
mini
this gas?
replicators that just.
Well, how do they fill air in every room?
Like, now
Yeah.
what I want to know is what that gas is normally used for. Because there's,
Well,
there's
it's for
vents-
knocking out people who are super soldiers that run around ships.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have thought they would need it?
You know what I mean?
It's meant to like put you to sleep, but
To knock you out,
Yeah.
you know, in a cargo
Danar
hold.
sees it coming, right? As this gas is coming at him, but apparently he can just hold his breath a really long time.
You know what I think it might be, like, to maybe preserve some items that are in the cargo bay and transport, like to.
Maybe.
You know,
I got an impromptu fun fact for you here.
what's that?
Alright.
This is probably the only time that Worf ends up in a cargo bay and doesn't get hit by a barrel.
He gets
So
hit
He
by.
does.
He gets
Hit?
hit.
Oh,
yeah,
gets
but they
hit
were
by
thrown at him.
Picard.
It's not the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
wild!
It wasn't
He
an
had
accident.
something.
and we see here that Danar, he grabs like a pressure suit, not like an environmental suit, but like something that would.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
A suit to deal with the.
Well, he's
anesthetine
found
gas.
gear anyway. Yeah.
he's found some gear, so we think that he's gonna put this on to deal with the gas, but no, he's not going to.
So for sure, it's definitely. You know what? Another thing I think it is they probably use that gas in the lore to clean out the cargo bay after maybe they open the launch door, the bay doors, or something like that, so they could desanitize it, everything with it, because that whole suit suggests
So you
that.
think it's a gas that sanitizes people?
No, it's
That-
like
Do we
that
know
seems
it's
a
not
little
a real
far.
gas?
no, it's a gas
is
that they've made up,
Anesthetine
anesthetine
gas.
gas
It's-
to
I
maybe
think it's
clean
just
out the
supposed to be an
cargo
anet-
bay.
I think it's just supposed to be.
I think I think it's just I think it's just meant to be like anesthetic gas is what it's meant to be.
Yeah, it's anesthetic
Okay, so
gas
then,
to
yeah,
clean
Makes
the
sense. To
space.
clean. Yeah.
So they
I
have
guess
those suits that like the ship goes in and they clean with. That's pretty wild, man. And this guy's not even from like these guys don't know humans. They don't know. I mean, well, maybe a few
Not well, at
years, not
least.
well, but this dude knows everything. He knows the infrastructure of the ship.
Yeah.
He
How to
knows
get
that there's freaking a suit inside that crate for anesthetine gas. This guy, how the fuck does
Like
he know
yeah,
that?
he has a little bit of too much knowledge.
He should
sometimes,
have
but-
like some type of view. It would be ill to have his point of view, like POV.
or if he had like if they had more time in a longer episode, I think you would have seen him like accessing the computer maybe or something.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. But
You could
Worf-
get away with that just one frame of like him looking.
Worf's just walking in though, and he's checking to make sure there's no like high barrels anywhere. Make sure he doesn't get hit.
Gonna
he
get
finds
hit.
the
For real.
he finds the like the missing suit. He was like, I think he took a suit, a pressure suit. Maybe he's trying to get out
Well,
of the outs-
you think that, but again, it's another distraction, which is
Yeah.
what this
So-
guy does.
So Worf's now trying to fool him, right? And so we see Danar. I guess he's just been holding his breath when that gas didn't affect him.
But I will give credit to Worf because Worf was not privy to the conversation that Data had, which was essentially, this guy's, going one way, going the other kind of thing.
Right.
So he would have just went, oh yeah, he grabbed a pressure suit. He's on his way out, right?
I love how Picard goes pressure suit like he's never heard of one.
For sure.
Like
He's like, we have those,
we have those. Okay, cool.
and we have gas that comes out of things.
Straight to the holodeck.
So anyway, so Danar thinks he's fooled Worf here, and as he's trying to leave, then Worf comes out. Oh, Danar, I got the jump
You
on
must
you.
have Klingon blood.
Oh yeah, I got the.
You got that? Yeah, hell yeah.
You are cunning. You must have Klingon blood.
He's so excited.
But the battle is over.
And he goes, the battle is never over for me. And then we get
This is Worf though. Why is the battle over?
Well, because he thinks he's beat him here.
He hasn't.
Got the jump on him. But then the phaser that Danar set off has exploded, which drops the light right now on Worf.
Ninja.
Goes dark, ninja style, Batman, and this gives Danar the opening he needs to get the jump here on Worf as their fight breaks out here in the cargo bay.
Damn, that dude needs a spinoff.
Yeah.
That's tune. His power set is OP.
Yeah, the action here is hard to capture between Worf and Danar in their fight.
They should have brought him back and he joined Starfleet or something. And he's
Yeah,
part
that'd
of
be
Section
super
31 or something. That would have been cool.
That'd be
And
nasty.
ultimately, Danar beats him by just throwing a bunch of cargo on top
Cheap.
of him, which could have hurt him.
Could have broke his
He don't give a
Could have broke his
fuck.
back. But,
Danar don't give a fuck.
It's not far enough up though.
Danar don't give a damn.
Yeah, don't give
Worf only gets
Yeah, don't
paralyzed
give a
by
damn.
third floor falls, not second floor falls.
By the foam.
So then he uses the transporter and he beams off. And where does he beam to? But the very ship he was that was sent here to pick him up, which I thought was kind of like the funniest, amazing part.
That's so wild.
Right? He
I'm
beams over
home.
there, and then he just commandeers these two.
But
guys.
that's the one place that they're not going to think he's going to go, right? Like they're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
well, why would he go there? That's the stupidest place he could
But
go.
it's like the only other place other than like stealing a shuttle that he could go. Like
Super
so,
Star Wars-esque, man. Look at
That's
Star Wars in
exactly.
the
Yeah, I
house,
was
right?
is
Colors,
so Star
everything.
Wars.
Looks
so Star Wars
Yeah.
is looking for sure.
for the Empire. These guys work for the Empire.
As long as he
Empire.
has a clearance code, we're okay.
It's like the
Shit.
shape of the
It's
window.
old, but it checks out.
That's right.
Worf is then, I think, rescued, or no, Worf pulls himself from under the rubble. He says he used a phaser to beam away. This freaking that Danar. I think Worf is just.
He goes,
depressed.
"What does he keep doing with all my phasers?"
Yeah.
For real.
You must have Klingon blood.
And now Picard is losing hope.
Picard's like, oh no, and they.
And
Picard's
then-
like, "This whole crew is the most inept crew I've ever had. I'm going back to the Stargazer."
So Danar then steals that ship, somehow eludes because the Enterprise has no sensors now either. The Enterprise
No.
couldn't chase them
No.
because their
Yeah.
sensors were all
Yeah.
He blinded them before he did all
blinded them before they
fun
left.
stuff.
And a time jump later, they found out that he went to like the colony, the prime minister calls and says, yeah, he went to the Luna 5 penal colony and he's released a bunch of his fellow soldiers.
Penal colony.
Yeah.
And Picard's like, "All right, fuck you, I'm out."
No, quite the opposite. Picard says, okay, I'm coming down right now. And,
Which is weird. Why is he getting involved at this point? Like,
He wants to see who's
just to
beating his
get out of
mind.
this moment here. So he takes Troy, Data, and Worf with him.
the power crew.
And this is one of these times where Picard's like, I'm going on the away mission. I don't care what you say, Riker. And so Riker's like, he charges Worf here. He's like, you're personally responsible for his safety.
Yeah.
right.
Worf.
If that bald head gets even a smudge on it, I'm calling you out.
I'll snap you back so hard you'll think you were a first-year cadet again.
You'll be sharing quarters with Wesley.
Oh,
I feel about that.
The boy? No.
Not the boy.
You will be stripped
I
of
will
your
protect
honor,
him with
Mr.
my
Worf.
life.
You will face discommendation.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on the planet, the prime minister and all these other guys, they're trying to arm themselves for the pending attack.
It does look mad stuffy in there.
Place.
It looks
That
mad
big-
stuffy in there.
Pink
that
phase.
Pink phase, yeah. I know. I went straight to that.
It's okay. It's the 90s.
I didn't
they don't
notice
know.
that when I watched it, but now with the screenshot, it stuck out like a sore thumb.
We know what Riker is saying now.
Yeah.
You know?
And
Totally
as I
get it.
mentioned, not one
It's-
woman on this planet.
It's
apparently.
mad stuffy
Other
in
than
there.
Deanna Troy. She's like the first
Well, that's why
woman we've ever
Riker
seen.
didn't go back. He's like,
I'm
Jody,
not
you can
going.
The
go.
whole planet's pretty stuffy.
Yeah.
Stuffed with men.
Picard.
The guy in
He's
the
the one.
background, though, like the furthest one back, like the second.
Oh yeah,
from the
he
left,
looks very
That
interesting.
guy looks like he's badass. Either that or he's really high. One of the
Yeah.
two.
So James Cromwell was like, "You didn't bring your whole security force and like more weapons," and he's like,
Nope.
"No, don't need any." They're not. The thing with the soldiers is they're not programmed to kill, defenseless people that are attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
We got the comment here from EJ saying, so literally about 100 super soldiers almost overthrew a government and a planet with probably over 1 billion people. Maybe multiple.
Gangster.
Yeah.
Gangster. That's crazy.
Right.
Art of War.
And we know that they're making their way towards the capital here. Picard says that, he throws some moral judgment down here on the prime
He's
minister.
happy to throw shade to this guy.
He's
Yeah,
like, I
and they
can't
did-
talk to you guys until you change your shirts.
Right. And this
They're
whole thing about
terrible.
the democracy, like this is a democratic society. They're like, yeah, we had a referendum about the soldiers and no one felt like comfortable. Somebody loses a temper and gets murdered. Like we all sent them
They
off.
should have had a referendum about these bloody outfits.
And Picard saying like, they're your brothers. They're
You're
they're your sons.
First of all, change your logo.
Or can I get a nice dry martini?
Anyway, so, there's a lot of ethical judgment here.
You must change your logo.
That is copyright infringement.
You
There
wanna-
is a bar on the other side of the universe that is very upset with you.
Shut up.
Right. So
She's
anyway,
like, she's like, shut up.
Just then, Danar and his fellow soldiers show up.
Well,
I guess a couple of them
10
do
of
have,
them, maybe.
I
10
guess
of
they
them.
actually do have that mark on the side of their eye.
They got it.
They all have it, yeah.
They do have
So
it.
maybe it's like that's how they knew that they were the soldiers or something.
Chalk and highlighter.
Or maybe they tattoo your rank to your eye.
Maybe.
Maybe that's their insignias, yeah.
Mm.
Who knows? I don't know.
I like it.
I would have liked to know that.
Right.
And Jane
So
is very turned on by this guy.
Picard tells them,
good.
drop your
Looks
weapons,
good.
and
I
this
gotta
other
take another look at it.
this like assistant
If I
prime
went that
minister
way, I
guy,
probably would be good with
he
it.
did, James Cromwell gets him to drop his weapon. And he says, "No,
Look
you're
at
not
the guns
programmed."
on this guy.
Sick outfit. Let's go. The
He
Contra.
must have been an
mouse.
extra in Commando.
Totally.
Anyway, so you're not programmed to kill cowards, are you? And Danar tries to provoke them, even shooting the wall between them, but they don't take the bait.
The light effect on his face was pretty good, though. I have to give him credit for that.
Yeah, they're thinking.
Like with the phaser light, yeah.
Right. Well,
And it's on both of them too, on
Mhm.
different sides of their face. That's pretty neat. Never noticed
Nice
that.
one. Lighting department on fleek. There's also lighting under the tree. Were those guys in the previous frame? Yeah. See that?
There's
Shadow
light.
these guys.
There's
make them
there's
make the
lighting
muscles.
everywhere. Yeah,
you can see
Got to make the
shadows,
muscles
too,
look even better. You know.
yeah. It's just a
Anyway.
mall. It's just a mall fountain that they converted.
Anyway, so the conclusion here, the ending. Help me, Jane. What happens?
They say, no, we're leaving it to you guys. We're not getting involved in your internal matters. See you later.
Oh yeah, the premise is I
They
think it's time
leave.
you call your ship, right? And Picard's like, yeah, I'm calling my ship. Time to go.
I'm just gonna go up there.
I'm just leaving.
I'm just piecing out.
We're gonna first install some
Yeah.
bars on those damn shells. And,
You're not gonna leave me with these guys, are you?
He's like, they'll murder me. He's
I'll
like,
leave
yeah,
you.
okay. Well, good news is you'll end up having a fortune made.
Well,
off
he's
that
like,
pig movie.
just
It'll
how
be
you
fine.
told me this was a matter of internal security. You kind of have it both ways. I'm not helping you here.
In your own words, this is not our affair. We cannot interfere in the natural course of your society's development.
Oops. The Prime Directive.
A prime directive. Very
The
convenient
prime,
sometimes.
PD,
the prime
PD in the
suggestion,
house.
really, but yeah, it's.
Yeah.
This government is so incompetent on this planet, so they're soldiers, and you didn't think, what if they rebel?
For real.
Yeah,
Wow.
like in other science fiction stories, they always have like an implant that will blow them up if they hit a button or something, you know. So it's
Mhm.
like they have no
Not-
control over these guys. Yeah.
Not too much unlike humans.
Yeah, and then Picard says,
behind the
"Yeah,
feeds.
so when you guys are ready to join the Federation, give us a call because it won't be today.
It probably won't be for a while.
See you later.
Peace.
I'm
Bye.
not sure Picard is the one that signs off on that, though. I think somebody else.
Well,
does.
I think he's like his.
But I think
Playing
his
the game.
report would probably
his
help.
report is going to matter.
Exactly.
When he gets back, and then we see here that Troy makes like she at Danar. She's like,
yeah.
good luck, Danar. You're
Got
not
your
going back
back.
to jail, and see you later.
Was this like this wasn't a romantic thing though, was it?
No.
No.
It's like
not this
more like-
episode, eh?
More like a friendship, I guess.
it's more like in service. She's doing her job, but to see she was doing her job and the result was, the liberation of people who are oppressed is a good
I
feeling.
don't know. I think that face is. I will definitely lick that makeup off your face.
I
think that's what that is right there.
That's fine if that's really attached anywhere or not. But anyway, just then she gets beamed away, and she's that I don't know if she ever sees it again.
It would have been cool if she just as she was beaming out, she did like the arm thing like he did.
Oh yeah, she's like, boom! I'm gonna blow up the transporter beam.
She's like, this thing is kind of cool. You're right.
This guy's like,
So
your ass is
now
mine.
we don't see the conclusion here. Presumably,
This guy's like, I got a power washer head, and I'm not afraid to use it.
For real.
Yeah. But hopefully there was some kind of peace.
He's like,
established.
let's talk democracy with my
And
gun.
just then we head up to the bridge.
Until those
Picard
guys get their
comes back
asses
to the
whipped.
ship, and he's like, "Okay, let's get the hell out of here."
Riker's like, did you find the women?
Did you find any
And
women?
Picard's
Nope.
like, nope. And he's like, fuck it, let's leave then.
Yeah, a terrible candidate for the Federation.
These guys suck.
Kirk was here once too, and he turned right around.
There you go.
Anyway, they set course. Wesley's back at his post. And this is like that meme you always see with Picard. Like
this is the frame.
This is it?
The
This is
engagement,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this episode.
Ah.
This
Is
frame,
it?
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
engage.
where he's like engaged, you know, and like they use it in so many different.
He does it a lot in the series, but this is kind of the one that the meme.
This is like this is the shot that gets
Yeah.
used all over the internet.
It's like it's
Yeah,
time
this is the
to
one we
Money
see.
shot.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah, the money shot as they head off to their next mission, and that is the conclusion of this episode in terms
Indeed.
of screenshots. And it's all about the phaser. Roga Danar, he showed it. It
It's
was
the episode of the phaser.
What you do if you have
Phaser
a
Master
phaser.
Danar.
It's true.
Well, Jody, can you give us some more fun facts, please?
I can. Why not? Sounds like a plan. Well, let's do it. All right. This episode is an allegory for U.S. veterans of the Vietnam War integrating back into American society. I think somebody already mentioned that. The shirts worn by the members of the Angosian Senate were the turtlenecked men's shirts from Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Starfleet uniform, the Starfleet officer uniforms.
They're the turtlenecks from those uniforms.
Same ones, yeah.
Is that why? Yeah, that's why one of them is like bright red. But I don't remember
guess,
anyone having a blue one. In there.
Yeah, they probably dyed them or something. Who knows?
Crazy.
So this is actually the first appearance of the redesigned U.S.S. Enterprise D brig, which I think they probably need to go back and do it again. Anyway, Jeff McCarthy, who guest stars as Roga Danar, later played Dr. Fitzgerald in 1995's Caretaker episode, which I guess that would be Voyager, right? Caretaker.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a
That was the first one, wasn't it? Caretaker.
yeah. Well, yeah. He's the doctor that dies, as I explained earlier.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, you did mention that. I might have had some particular things that maybe I shouldn't have had. Anyway, the pressure chute stolen by Danar is the same as the medical environmental suit worn in Unnatural Selection from 1989. So there you
Wow,
go.
crazy.
It showed up again.
Oh, with those
Is that what-
cloners.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one's that?
The one with the
Uh,
cloners. They're
the
cloning
cloner-
plastic.
the cloning guys.
Oh, with the
Mm.
pigs and the
With
goats
Plasti,
and
yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. They have
Yeah.
pigs too.
The silvery plasticized fabric of the trim of the pressure suit is identical to that used in the Klingon uniforms and on the headgear of the Ferengi in season 1. So it's the same
Crazy.
material.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I thought I
you
recognized
go.
that.
Recycle, reduce,
Exactly.
reuse.
James Cromwell, who starred as Prime Minister Narok. Anyway, later starred as Jalgam Shrek in Birthright Part 1 from 1993 and Birthright Part 2.
That's the
he-
two. That's the two-part.
That's
yeah,
a two-parter, yeah.
with Worf, and
Oh,
he
that-
goes to that
He told
Klingon-
Worf.
the Klingon
Yeah.
prison, the Romulans.
But
Yes,
not
and
only
James-
that, he also played Minister Hannock in Starship Down from 1995, as well as most notably as Zephyr Cochrane in Star Trek First Contact from 1996, Broken Bow Part 1 from 2001 from Enterprise, and he also was in A Mirror Darkly from 2005.
Okay, Broken Bow. Yeah. I
Broken Bow
remember
was
that.
that was the
Enterprise.
pilot episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Birthright, yeah, he plays a Uridian, and he's almost unrecognizable. except
Crazy.
If
Yeah.
you know his voice, you can tell it's him. But
I only recognize him as Zephyr Cochrane.
So
I
James,
wonder if he
Whoop.
has any more roles than Jeffrey Combs then. Like,
not as many, but
No.
Different role.
actually,
Jeffrey Combs
different
still is
roles?
probably
the
Those
one who
more?
has the most, Vaughn Armstrong has a lot.
Von Armstrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has tons. But I think probably Combs still is the one that has the most.
Still?
We'll have to
if
figure
you-
that out one day.
If you count, like, it depends if you're counting characters or just the number of appearances, because like,
characters. Different characters.
I would say that Vaughn Armstrong probably has more than Jeffrey Combs does, but
There you go.
Favorites
So
and friends.
here's something interesting. Michael J. Flynn, who played Xanar, later appeared in 2 guest roles in Star Trek Enterprise as a Masoret magistrate in Fallen Hero from 2002, and as well as a Romulan Najil in Babel 1, United, and the Anar? I can't remember that one. Anar, I think it is, yeah. And I promised you the Jeffrey Tube thing, and
Yeah.
this
where's
TNG episode is the only one to feature the Jeffries tubes, which are large enough to walk upright in. Before this, they were simply known as an access chute, access tunnel. So basically, those access chutes turned into Jeffries tubes later on. This was the only time they ever had a walking one.
It's a pioneering episode.
There you go. And let's do one more. This takes place in 2366. So there you go. So there's all your fun facts, Dave. I hope you've been fun and fact.
I feel factual and fun.
That's a good comment.
I'm certainly not
put
as
on
sexy as Adam doing it. But,
yeah, we have a comment here from EJ again. He's saying, I just watched the original series episode where they were fighting a war with computers against each other. It's so interesting to see how Picard and Kirk handled different but kind of similar situations.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, I can't remember that episode name.
Are you talking about the ultimate computer, EJ, or are you talking about like
That's where they send people to die based on the war game and the computer.
That was the war game, but then that computer turns rogue, and then they have to shut it. That's the one with Daystrom.
I think that's the one he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I loosely remember it, but I think the last time we did a rewatch was 3 years ago.
You want to take down a computer, you just talk to it to death. That's how Kirk handles it.
That's how Kirk handles all computers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taste of Armageddon.
He's like, are you? Oh, the Taste of Armageddon. Yeah, that's
Taste
a good
of
one
Armageddon.
Too. Yeah.
That's
it would be cool to have, something where we see how all the captains would, handle the same situation over and over again. You guys thought about this too?
Depending on what.
Have you ever watched that the special they did, the Captain Summit, where they did the five captains? They sat down and did they're actual actors, obviously, but
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. They mentioned some of that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the Captain Summit. It was like a special where they had it was Patrick Stewart, Janeway, all the captains up to that point, including Bakula was on the set as well.
Really? That's how you pronounce his name, eh? Bakula?
Bakula. Yeah.
Wow.
Scott Bakula.
Bakula.
Like
Count Chocula.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Legend Bakula.
Rumor has it he's coming back to Star Trek. So.
I hope so. He's growing on me as I'm taking Enterprise.
You know what? When we did our Enterprise thing, that was the hurting point for a lot of people. was Archer, but he grew on me too. I
don't know what Murphy's asking here, but
what did you do to the frame?
Don't know. So, what frame?
They send people to die when the computer tells them.
Yeah.
When we tell them to, they will.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's
get. Oh, he sent a photo. Hold on, let me.
Oh, he sent a photo.
He sent me a photo.
You want me to check a chat in the middle of a show? Was that what?
He's talking about the. He's talking about the mobile layout. That's something that was added to StreamYard. We didn't do anything to do with it.
Oh yeah, you got to go into one and then another. Sometimes I hit on that too myself.
Yeah, it defaults to the one, which probably sucks for Dave and Marcel because it's going to take in between them as the clip of them.
Oh, stop!
You're
unless
there are two live feeds, Chris. There's the 16:9 and the 9:16. So you're probably watching the 9.
You're probably watching the other one, yeah.
Yeah, I get that when I'm on TV.
If you got a phone, if you just change the orientation, it'd probably work better, huh?
Yes.
Flip it around.
We always did 16:9, and that's just kind of.
Yeah.
Now we're simulcast.
It's not our fault, Chris. Leave us be.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get it. Can we get into the ratings and rate?
Sure, why not?
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Okay, let's get into the show. We're rating The Hunted, and Marcel.
There's no defector.
I think, to me, I really remember this episode. There's a lot of first times in it, like groundbreaking things. You think for Star Trek, a lot of good action, cool moments. I think everyone kind of contributed in some way, except for Jody. Jody got beat up a lot, but But I honestly, I think I'd give it an 8. This guy's incredible. I think I'd give it an 8. Honor, respect.
An 8 out of 10.
I remember this episode from back in the day, and it stuck out to me. I think it could have, made a 2-parter. Changed the bloody makeup because I like the makeup. I like makeup, but could have done a little better on that. What else? Picard's expressions were making me laugh.
Name tags.
You know what I mean? The mental chess match, I think, was really fly.
The Martini logo.
We can clown those costumes. The list goes on. there's a lot of reasons to like this episode, and yeah, give it an 8.
All
for
right,
me.
8 out of 10 for Marcel. How about you, Jody?
I'm gonna go a little higher than that, but not much. I think I'll do an 8.5.
8.5 from Jody.
It's no Defector. Defector is a primo.
9.5. But this is okay. Jane.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I'd say, yeah, it kept my attention the whole way through. Every scene. Every scene was great. Just go. Yeah.
I also really enjoyed the scene. I don't like those outfits that they wear, like the James Cromwell and all them, but and the fact that they have no alien design. But so I feel like otherwise this might even be a 9 if it wasn't for that. So I'm going to 8.5. I think this is pretty solid. This is an 8.3 average tonight. The IMDb score for this is, let's see, 7.4.
Oh wow!
So not the highest rating.
It was the makeup.
It's the makeup, yeah.
They lost some points on that one.
Right.
So some of the people in chat have done it. He goes, as much as I enjoy making fun of some things, I actually enjoy this episode quite a bit. An 8.
Yes, an 8
yeah.
for sure. Absolutely.
Like somewhere between 8 and 9 is probably the right call here.
He was so ill at tactical. You know, it was
Sam,
the first
Sam
time
said
you
it
see.
was a 7.5. So.
Yes. Hashtag Sam God.
Yeah. It's like
I'm
the
still
first
waiting
time
for
you really see them get bugged.
Ambulatory Bird to give us a rating. I hope to have a rating from him, but we'll see.
Like, who else has infiltrated like the Enterprise at that level without just being cheap and just beaming onto
without
the
having some
bridge or
extraordinary
whatever?
powers or something like that.
Well, if you remember the first 2 seasons, I would say half the alien races. The Enterprise got taken over quite a lot.
Remember those Klingons managed to take over the ship nearly.
And I guess what I mean is like
Binars.
one dude with no ship, with like barely anything.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's a super soldier for sure.
Yeah, like
just a dirty old clothes on his back.
And it's kind of like you see first that the power imbalance is like here, and then it very gradually starts shifting, and that whole build up I think is worth its weight in gold for television. It's very thrilling and very clever.
Well
so Dave, who wrote this episode?
This episode was written by Robin Bernheim primarily, although it seems like Ronald D. Moore also contributed to the script, and Richard Danis.
Ronald D. Moore. I remember that name from something.
Robin Bernheim. What else is? I'm assuming it's a woman, but was
there we go. We got
Leap?
7.5 relative to the rest of the season. Good idea, but the execution didn't age so great. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, like wrote on Quantum Leap and
Quantum Leap, Bacula, Count Bacula.
This is a good one. I don't know how much other episodes Robin Bernheim wrote, but this was a good one. So looking ahead to our
Ronald D. Moore, I know that guy from somewhere.
Yeah, he's all right. Anyway, so looking ahead to our next episode, it's called The High Ground. It's a Beverly Crusher featured episode, really.
Oh, I remember this
to make up for the only one line she had in this episode.
Well, a little fun fact from my personal life. This is the only episode that I actually didn't see through the original run.
Really?
So, yeah, and I didn't know about it. And one day I was going through a rewatch, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is an episode I've never seen.
Crazy. Yeah, I remember this one.
It wasn't a bad episode.
When Dr. Crusher is taken hostage by terrorists on Rutia 4, the Enterprise is drawn into a conflict where Federation involvement could tip the balance of power. And right now we only have Adam on the panel, so we're trying to figure out who else is going to be on that podcast right now.
Yeah, Crusher sworn into duty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, question from a viewer here: who gets taken over more, the Enterprise or Voyager?
Oh, Voyager.
Voyager for sure. Yeah.
Voyager went through a whole war for a whole year, like
It's Voyager, but it's close.
It's close, but I think
Voyager.
I think you're right.
Enterprise got taken over a lot as well.
It did.
But Voyager was tortured. Those guys were
Deep Space Nine
a
got
nightmare.
taken over a fair amount too. So
yeah, but what were they gonna do? Like, it's a fucking
What you
space
gonna do?
station. Who cares?
What you gonna do?
Well, when the Cardassians took it back, that being the most notable version of that.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And but Dave, we have other shows that perhaps Ronald D. Moore might be part of. I don't
That's
know.
right. Yeah. So every Monday we're covering episodes of the show that's known as For All Mankind. It's a show on Apple TV about the alternate space race where the Russians landed on the moon first. We will be on again Monday to talk about the newest episode that we're reviewing. It's called House Divided. It's the fourth episode of the fourth season. And we'll be talking all about that on Monday. Check that out. What else? Oh, and also on our Trivial Debates channel, which is a sister channel to Live Long and Podcast, we are going to be having a Babylon 5 themed episode.
What? A Babylon 5?
Babylon 5. It's
what is this Babylon 5 you speak of?
An amazing science fiction show that was made on a shoestring budget with some amazing acting and characters.
Your poor wife's already fallen asleep on air because you're
I hear the word Babylon 5 and I start falling asleep.
Is Babylon on?
No, it's good.
Babylon on. It's good. I haven't seen that since I was a teenager back in the day.
Let me ask you this, Marcel. Are you willing to watch it again?
Maybe. I'm in Star Trek mode right now, but the time will come.
Maybe.
It's a lot better than people give it credit.
I'm open-minded.
So
I'm open-minded.
Anyway, so
I'm sure torture can be too, but in reality.
Hey, if someone gives me a top 10 list, why not?
And if you're not into science fiction, which I don't know why you would be if you've been listening to this for the last hour.
Yeah, if you've been listening to this, clearly
you're still listening.
You got something going on, or you have a fetish.
Or maybe you're more diversified than just science fiction.
Maybe also have the lovely Jane.
On our Super Mater Brothers podcast, we're covering episodes of Survivor right now in Survivor season 49, and we'll be talking about episode 10 tomorrow night. It's called A Huge Dose of Bamboozle.
He doesn't look like he's gonna survive. This guy. This guy looks like he's
gonna look like a survivor.
He does not look like a survivor.
We'll see.
No, he looks like he should be going and getting coffee at Starbucks.
He looks like he's going in for an exam.
That guy's a rocket scientist?
A real life rocket scientist? Yes. For real, eh?
Yeah.
The fuck is he on the show then?
He's not a survivor. He's a thriver.
Well, he's in the final 8. We're gonna see. Anyway, tune in if you want to know more about Survivor.
Tune in.
So we'll sign. Voyager's takeovers are also fun.
Yeah, right.
The Herodian one in particular.
My God.
Yeah, the Herodian one's probably the worst one. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us. Thanks to Marcel, Jane, Jody, regrets from Adam, and thanks for everyone here on Live Long and Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Talk about the high ground. And until then,
Anakin Skywalker's.
Check out everything on the United Federation.
Most hated.
Oh, and we need a quote to end the night. Let's go out with this one.
Came out of nowhere. I didn't think anyone could move that fast.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on Trivial Debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.